and welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today I'm going to be kitting up my calendar for 2026. Can you believe it's 2026? It is New Year's Eve, and I am going to kit up this calendar. I got everything ready to go. All I got to do is I'm going to kit it up in one of these because it only has I just messed them up. It's real life, folks. It only has it has the right amount, so I've got them labeled already for what they're going to go into. I have my drills all right here ready to put in the containers, and then when I'm done, depending on how long it takes me to do that, I'm gonna do January, and this should get posted by tonight at midnight. Hopefully I can get this video done and edited and have it go at the stroke of midnight. And we'll be in 2026. Yay. And then tomorrow I'm going to work on the GEMS yearly thing, and I'm also going to hopefully not overload my plate, but I also need to unbox. No, I already unboxed. I already have everything. Never mind. I was thinking of something completely different. I'm going to start on I'm Not Fat and Fluffy, the Richard Lawrence. No, it's not Richard Lawrence. It's who is it by? Where's my box? Where's my box? Okay, we might have to start over. Actually, we'll just have a faux pas. Who's it by? Randall Spangler. It's Randall Spangler. Okay, so this one we're going to start tomorrow. That's the goal. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great year. We're just going to call it a great year. I'm in the process of looking for a job, and I'm going to find the best job ever. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to focus this down and we'll get going. While we work, my desk is a mess. I don't know about you, but it's a mess. I'm trying to make sure I don't push stuff off the edge. I used to have the whole couch there, but I moved my furniture around, so now there's just a chair, and if I push it just right, the stuff that's on the back side of there will fall. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. I'm going to move this down just a hair more. And, yeah, I am really excited about this year. We're going to have some good things happening, I think. Okay, let's see. Where's my... These are small packets of drills. So I'm hoping... Oh, these have a little bit of static too, so I guess I am going to have my little static stuff. Where's... Every time I think I'm completely prepared, I'm not. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, I had it there. I've got my static guard dealy bobbers in here that I cut up last time. I still should have enough in here to do this. That will ensure that they calm down by the time we need to work on them, right? A couple of them landed on the table. So, it's been an interesting day. I hope you guys have had a good day. I've been I was lazy in the morning. Oops. I was lazy in the morning and then had to get some stuff done. And I got signed up on a new platform for finding jobs, so that was good. Gotta hit it hard this week to get things rolling. Today, tomorrow, can you guys believe tomorrow is the first day of 2026? 2026. It's crazy. I can't even believe it. Oh man. I'm telling you, this is real life here, people. Oh gosh. Did you see that? Yeah, you saw that. It happens. I need to put myself over a tray. Where is a nice big tray? Let's do one of the big ones. Oh, let's use one of these. If I can get to one of the big trays. Let's do one of these big trays. This way, when they fall out, when I make a mistake like this, they're easier to clean up. So what'd you guys do today? Hopefully you guys had a good day. I don't know, some people are getting the day off, other people aren't. I have I've had a really weird year. You know, I started off, you know, I got let go in the summertime, the end of July, from a job I'd had for a little over a year. And I knew it wasn't going to last because I just wasn't hitting the numbers. My sales performance just wasn't what it should be. And so that job ended. And then it wasn't very long, I found another position. And that job just had unrealistic. I've worked as a recruiter for years, and every agency that I know of gives at least a 90-day time frame for somebody, you know, to if they're trying and they're at least getting part of the job done, they're gonna give them 90 days to get a desk going. And they gave me like a month and a week, so that didn't pan out. And there's nothing you can do about it. You have to build your desk in recruiting. There's no 30 days and you automatically have hires happening. It just isn't reality. And so I'm okay with it. But I decided this week I just started thinking of going back to what I used to do. I used to do a lot of domestic work. It's a lot less stressful. It doesn't pay as well, but you know, it has other benefits. The lower stress. And so today I just decided, you know, I'm going to see what happens if I go down that row again. You know, just go see what's out there. And so that's what I signed up for some things today to help me look for jobs. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's kind of life taking a different turn that I didn't think I would. Never say never, people. I thought I would never want to go back to it, but honestly, I'm looking for low stress. I've just been, I realized that I've just been really stressed out with work, and I don't need to be. You know, stress is not your friend. And if I can live, I'm not necessarily going to make $1 million, which I didn't in sales anyways. I mean, pretty much I made decent money in sales, you know, but when I think about all the things that you end up, paying for, I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know, maybe it's not so bad to go back to some of what I know. Maybe. it was a good idea to do this, and so it did get in there. So that's been my experience anyways. But who knows what's going to happen, you know. I've put in applications for all sorts of different things, and my hope is that by the end of January I have a job to go to by February 1, you know, or mid-February, whatever. That is the goal. So we will just work on doing that. Today I thought I have so many things to do because I want to get this, I have 2 things to kit up. So my plans for 2026, I have both this calendar as a monthly thing, and I have my Mini Gems monthly picture. It's like a mini, but it's a little bit bigger. It's like a little snack size. They're 5x7 instead of the 4x6 ones. I did this wrong. And this one's a bit bigger. So, I'm excited about that because I'm going to do those. And then once I get the monthlies done, then I will work on finding a small canvas that I want to work on top of my big one. That way I've got a round and a square going, and I just lost that drill underneath the yikes. This is going to be a tight fit. I do like these containers. I've heard people say different things about them, and I think it depends on where you buy these. I found a gold mine. I went to Hobby Lobby. I haven't been a person who's typically gone to Hobby Lobby because I just didn't know really about it. It's a newer store for our area, and we had one in one area and then it closed, so I just thought it was gone, but apparently it moved to a different location. So a friend of mine took me a while ago, but see, these stay. These lids aren't popping. These ones are from Hobby Lobby, and they only charge for this whole little thing here, for this container. They're only $1.50 there, where they're more, I think they average about $3 each on Amazon. So my advice is, if you've got a Hobby Lobby, look for them there, because that's going to be the best place for you to find them, and at the best price. And these ones stay closed. I haven't ever had any problem with this particular type of storage, but other people have shown that they pop open or whatnot. Mine haven't in any of mine. I did have one where one of the lids was doing that, and what I did was I just tore that one off. I tore the lid off of that bottle so that I wouldn't use it, because I didn't want to have that issue. So, I mean, but it was only that particular one that was popping up. But I use them a lot. This, and I like my suitcases. I'm gonna have to kit up the gem. It has 80 colors, so I've been debating, do I kit them up in my big case? It has, I think it has 170. What's 60 times 2? 120. It has 120 of the Art Dot bottles. I have either that one, I could do it in that one, or I could just do it in baggies like it says, because each picture has a legend of its own, and I was trying to figure out how that worked, and I think I've got it figured out now. So I think I'm gonna just cut out each legend for each one and have it with each project, but then kit everything up. Either I wanted to keep it in its box, so I might just kit them up in baggies, but I was thinking of using my bigger Art Dot thing. I kind of don't want to have that used for a whole year, though. That's my dilemma, because, oh gosh, I just spilled them again. See, that's why we have a tray under it this time. But I'm debating, because I only have one of those larger Art Dot boxes, and I don't really want to buy another one, and I know that I'm going to have some other bigger kits. that are going to need a bigger case. So, do I do baggies or do I do the art dot thing? I don't know. I have to decide by tonight because I'm going to be kitting it up. Today is kitting up day so that I can have the calendar done by tomorrow. And was that a green one too? See, they're flying all over, yeah. Okay. But that's just kind of what I'm looking at. Let's put one of these little things down there. But this last couple weeks has been weird. I had 2 different weekends in a row that I was at the ER. One of my videos recently, I was looking at it when I went through it, and I was like, oh gosh, backs of my hands are bruised because I had really bad bruising from the IVs that they gave me. I'm fine. I was just having some major stomach pains, and we got that figured out, but it was just an ordeal. It's a good thing I wasn't dying. Sunday, not last Sunday, was it last Sunday? Or Sunday before? I think it was the Sunday before. I went in at like 10 a.m. and they didn't see me until, I want to say 7 in the evening, 6 or 7 in the evening. It was crazy. I didn't get home until like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock that night. I literally spent the whole day sitting in the ER and then went home, and I was just in a lot of pain, and I was the second time in like 3 weeks that I'd gone to ER for the same issue. They still haven't found a reason. I went and saw my oncologist the following Wednesday. So it was Wednesday the 23rd, maybe, I think, that I went to the oncologist. So it was the Sunday before that. And then 2 weeks prior to that, it had been that Sunday. But they don't find anything, so I'm like, okay. I had 2 CT scans in like 2 weeks. So my doctor's like, well, we'll do this first, and then if you're comfortable with that, and then, because she doesn't really want to do another scan, because I've already had 2, and radiation, you know, is not very good for you. So I agreed with that. So if symptoms don't go away, then I'll do a PET scan. Probably I'm going back in 6 weeks to see her, and we'll update that kind of stuff. But just having some of those same symptoms that I had before, but it doesn't seem to be appearing. But it's very hard to diagnose things with just a couple little tests, because they showed some abnormalities. Now I can't say right. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm not going to try anymore. Some things that just didn't look right. Some inflammation. But inflammation can mean anything, you know. It could be anything. But they didn't see like anything that alarmed them too much. So I'm like, okay. And all my blood work came out good. So I'm like, okay, well, as long as the blood work. But the PET scan really is, even if blood work's good, PET scan sees a lot more than what the blood tests or the other things. So we'll see if we end up having to go down that row. I hope not. I hope it just was some kind of weird fluky thing. Probably so. I've become a little bit ultra sensitive to health issues because of being ignored for months when I really had a problem. When I first got sick, I went to the doctor for like 6-7 months, maybe longer. Kept going in. I was having symptoms way before then, but I'm kind of stubborn, and I didn't go in until I was like feeling like I was dying. Well, I was going in, I kept saying, there's something wrong, there's something wrong. They were like, no, you're fine. It was not fine. By the time they actually diagnosed me, I was in stage 4, so now I'm a little bit trigger happy. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm a little bit more concerned when things start to happen, because, you know, but I don't know if that ends up being good or bad, because you don't want to be the person who goes in every time you get a hangnail, which I wouldn't go in for, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be one of those people that are like, oh, she's thinking she's dying again. But it's just one of those things that happens. Little things can turn into big things. Trust your gut. So anyways, on to better things. So today I was like, oh my gosh, it's the last day of 2025. You guys doing anything fun? I never go anywhere on this day because too many people out there are a little bit crazy. I used to go do things when I was younger, but I'm older now. And there's just too many wackos on the road. Drunk drivers and whatnot. Too many people go out and get themselves hammered and then drive home. Idiots. If you're going to go get yourself hammered, hire a cab. That's how you choose to celebrate. Be safe about it. It's not only about you being safe for your sake, it's for you being safe for the sake of everybody else on the road or even the sidewalk, you know? So I'm excited about this. This one isn't very interesting. The January calendar isn't very interesting. I wish they had done like a winter scene or something, but this is what it is. This is a generic calendar, diamond painting calendar. I looked at the Diamond Art Club one and I really like it, and I would love to have it, but I'm not spending $50 on a calendar. I'm just not. And I realize it gives you lots of, 12 different projects, but I'm just not spending $50 on a calendar. So I found this one. I kept seeing it, and there's several different sellers of this particular calendar. Some of them, it was $12.99, and then one particular seller, it was $6.99. So look for the $6.99 if you want it. And who knows, maybe it goes on sale tomorrow. Oftentimes that does happen. What color is that? That's H. Diamond that got stuck there. Yeah, it was H. Okay, that is all of them, people. That was a fast one. Okay, maybe we're on a roll and I do the other one too, but I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. So we are all ready to go. In here like so. Yay. Okay. Well, shall we keep going and do the other one, or let's see? No, I think this is good. So I will see you on the next video. I'm going to just turn this one off and I'll upload it, and I'll start the next one because we need to get both of them kitted up. See you in a few. Bye. Oh, like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you went all the way to the end, put a party hat in the emojis, for shout out for 2026. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.